All eyes have turned to Washington, D.C. as Congress is in a full-fledged debt debate. This afternoon, Senator Ted Cruz completed his talk-a-thon after spending over 21 hours trying to delay the Senate from proceeding with the House-passed funding bill. Take a listen.
This fight is not about any member of this body. This fight is not about personalities. Look, most Americans could not give a flying flip about a bunch of politicians in Washington. Who cares? You know, almost all of us are in cheap suits with bad haircuts. Who cares?
Well, you might be asking yourself, what was he talking about and what did he accomplish? Well, his efforts were fruitless because at noon today, the Senate adjourned, forcing him to yield control of the floor. So this was not technically a filibuster since he was not able to delay a vote. But this was to bring awareness to the negative impacts Obamacare would have on the economy, which he was successful with as #StandWithCruz was trending on Twitter through the night and into the afternoon today. But why did Senator Cruz want to delay proceeding with the bill put forward by his own party? Well, basically, he wanted to stop Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid from having the opportunity to amend the House-passed bill and remove the provision that defunds Obamacare. This is how he put it.
On Friday or Saturday of this week, we will vote on cloture. Anyone who votes yes for cloture, anyone who votes to cut off debate on this bill, is voting to allow Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid to fully fund Obamacare.
The Senate agreed to proceed with the government funding bill this afternoon. So no matter what now, Leader Reid is going to move forward as he already committed to strip the Obamacare defunding provision. A vote on final passage will take place no later than Sunday, and it's expected to pass. This clean bill will then go back to the House, and it's anyone's guess if the House will pass the Senate's amended bill. The possibility of a shutdown is becoming more real. The administration told us this would be dangerous and cause economic ruin. But not everyone agrees, as Glenn Jacobs, a wrestler who's taken to politics, told us.
We will not have a complete economic collapse. You know, the first thing that the government always talks about when there's fear of a government shutdown is that planes are going to start crashing and the world's going to come to an end and there's going to be giant floods and earthquakes and it's going to be a catastrophe of biblical proportions, and then nothing ever happens except people generally find out that maybe we don't need these politicians as much as they think that we do.
The House is also expected to bring up a separate bill to increase the government's borrowing limit. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew sent a letter to Congress today warning the Treasury now estimates that extraordinary measures will be exhausted no later than October 17th. This brings the possibility of a debt default closer as well. If a government shutdown does occur, essential services such as national security, law enforcement, and air traffic control will continue. Mandatory benefits checks will still be mailed out as well. This also means the Postal Service will still be in service. In the case that the debt limit is not raised, the United States would not be able to meet all of its obligations. This does not necessarily mean we would automatically default on the debt, though. You would think Washington's in complete shambles, but it's a lot of pomp and circumstance, too. In Washington, D.C., Perry and Boring, RT.